How y'all doing? So, in today's video, we're going to be going over the top 3 automations, in my opinion, that will help a small business really streamline everything that they're doing right now. And I mean that from a standpoint of, if you're a small team of like 1 to 3 people, 1 to 5, maybe even 1 to 10, you're not going to have someone to do every single job, meaning you're going to have someone be delegated to 10 different tasks at once. And as someone who has been doing this solo for a good amount of time, I understand the pain points behind that. I understand how hard it is to do outreach. I understand how hard it is to do follow-ups, to chase invoices, to get content out there, to do market research, right? All of that. And for that reason, I feel like I'm really going to start focusing in on those people and really help them out. So, getting straight into it, the first automation that I really think is very, very essential is a way to outreach to mass amounts of people in a very easy fashion. So this build right here, let me see if I can, there you go. This build right here is one of the first automations that I made inside of N8N. It's very simple. I'm not going to show too many of like the certain parts, because again, this is like the legit automation that I use myself. So getting straight into it, it's pretty much a email system. So this system right here can send out 1,000 emails per day. It can handle that load of capacity. So pretty much how it starts is I just come in here and manually trigger it. So I just hit test workflow. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't need to do outreach right now, but I'll explain it a little bit more in depth. So it starts off by reading a sheet for previously sent emails, meaning if you sent an email, let's say you sent 15 emails out the other day, instead of it going through that same list of leads and sending the same people emails again, having a spreadsheet in the beginning pretty much prevents leads from getting spammed. And then from there is the actual lead sheet with all the new leads that you're going to be messaging. Now, this code right here, this is the magic that connects these two together. I think I can show you this, can I? Yeah, I can show you this right here. So pretty much this is the code right here. What it does is it checks for previously sent emails and it compares it to all of the fields that come through from this node right here. For example, if 5 previously sent emails were added to this node right here, it'll be sent all the way over to this code section, and then all the new emails will also be sent over, and any matching emails from the previously sent node and the new one are going to get crossed out and they won't be moved on forward. They won't move forward down the line. So then this filter node right here is pretty much just to make sure that the row inside the spreadsheet isn't empty. So the public email is there, the external URL for the lead is there, and this is really important because I'll get into that later on, but it's very important. Secondly, is making sure that the URL isn't like a link tree or any other like link tree type of platform. It's not a landing page that doesn't have information about the actual lead itself. Super important, and I'll get into that a little bit later. So after that, you have the limiter, which you can set this higher, but I don't want to. I keep it about 55 because I do about 100. I was doing about 120 emails a day when I am using this system right here. Right now I'm not because I'm swamped with work, but when I am doing outreach, I'm doing about 105 a day from this system right here. This is a backup system I use to do follow-ups, but that's something that's for a different video. That's a little bit. It's very similar to this. Once you figure out this build right here, you can easily just mix and match and replace like the spreadsheets to do follow-ups instead. Very simple. If y'all need me to make a video on that, let me know in the comments. So after you limit how many leads you want to send the email to, you're going to make a loop right here. This is a big loop, right? Really, it's about this big right here, and then it'll send the email, and then this is for a different set of leads that I was reaching out to. But this system is pretty much this big right here. It ends on this email node, and then I duplicated it and added it on, attached it all together. But going over here, pretty much what you want to do is create a loop. Now this loop is going to get the fields. Now it's going to match all the data, and it's going to remove certain objects from the URL. It's going to remove any extra spacings, any random characters that doesn't allow the URL to be scraped. And that's really important because, and then here, it'll give you the clean URL without any of the extra spaces and characters, whatever. It pretty much cleans it up. That way, when you pass it through here, it'll produce a field called URL clean. And then over here in Scrape Ninja. Now for this specific node, you have to download it or install it. It doesn't come natively with the N8N program. You'll just go into the library, install it. Super simple. So once it gets the URL clean from here, the code, it will populate it here for Scrape Ninja, and then Scrape Ninja will scrape the entire website or landing page for the lead and create a personalized message for that specific client. And that's really powerful because this allows you to send out 100 emails or more, 1,000 if you want to, per day. That's personalized. And over here, losing my voice already. But over here pretty much is a true if true statement for if the status code is 200, pass it over to be sent off to an email. Now, if you don't know, status 200 means that the API was able to do its job pretty much, right? It was able to scrape the web page and come up with information. If it wasn't, then you can't really send a personalized message. So we're going to go ahead and send them to the bad batch because you can't use them. You can reach out to them yourself, but I just do it like this because, again, I don't have time to go through 20, 30 plus leads a day that wasn't able to scrape for. So send them to the bad batch. I'll do something with them later. I don't know. All right, and then going over here is more code to clean up the scraping. So when you scrape HTML, a lot of the time you're going to get a bunch of extra characters that sometimes might be even invisible. You'll get a bunch of like spaces, these little elements right here. You can kind of see it inside the code. So this code block right here cleans it up. And then this one right here pretty much does the same thing. Basic text extractions will give you all the text between tags. Yeah, so just these two codes right here, like I just showed you, it cleans up the text overall to make it more readable, not only for you, but the AI as well. And then over here is just the formatting of the first name. Let's see, can I show you this? Yeah. So let me see. Yeah, so your task with formatting the name based on the following inputs. It would be better just to see if I can show you the actual like scraping of it, but I don't want to run it because I don't intend on sending any emails out, and I don't want to waste the I think I'm out of Scrape Ninja calls anyway. But anyway, pretty much this prompt right here, it just the system prompt, it tells the AI exactly how to format the name. So say a plumbing solutions, Cool Air Solutions, the email is this, the output would be Cool Air Team. Very simple, right? You can look at this, you can pause the video and look at this if you want to. I'm gonna go ahead and move forward. And then from there, it creates the personalized message. You're an agent that takes the website text from one of the previous nodes, turns to an example. Yeah, you can pause and read it. I'm not gonna go over it. I'll probably have this link to this on my website. So if you want this system in a shorter format to send out all the emails you need, it's in the description. So after you send the email, it'll be appended to this list right here. And then this list right here, I should have marked it off, but I know what it is off the top of my head. Again, this is a system that I use, so there's no reason for me to mark it. I understand it. So this list right here, the spreadsheet, it adds all the emails you already sent over to the list that we had earlier, so we don't duplicate or double send emails out, right? That's what that one does. And then this one is a universal append list, meaning I have a list of all the emails that I ever sent a cold email to. That way I don't duplicate it later on down the line. Let's just say I did a whole bunch of plumbers in New Jersey and now I want to do flooring, right? Sometimes they could be mixed and match. I don't want to send one email 1 month for helping them do plumbing, outreach, or whatever, whatever service I'm trying to offer. And then the next month I'm emailing them again, but about flooring in a brand new, never met before type of tone and context. So just a good idea. I like to do a little bit of a fail-safe situation for any situation that I might come across. And then it's really just repeats it how I was running this is the first half is for, let's just say flooring, and the second one is for plumbers. Similar trades as far as what they might need. A little different because plumbers do emergency calls, flooring might not, but it's just a way to not only split test which automations are working or which leads I'm getting more responses from. That way I don't have to send out 100 a day of only one type of lead. I got to split test and see what the best option is going forward. But that's it for this one. Automation number 2. This one right here is very essential to getting paid. A lot of people, again, if you're a small business, meaning 1 to 5 people, 1 to 10, it might be hard to track down payments, right? Sometimes you might forget that someone didn't finish paying you from 3 months ago, for an example. So this system right here pretty much ensures that you get paid. It does all the follow-up for you. That way you can focus on delivering your product or service. Starts off again, same as last time, by getting the sheet of or the invoices from anyone who hasn't paid yet. So this is a fake spreadsheet that I made up. I made a video about this, going over this exact build. I'll tag it somewhere over here, but you can replace this with Stripe, PayPal, whatever. It pretty much takes all the invoices that you sent out and it'll pull out anything that hasn't been paid yet. And then from there, this code right here is getting a little bit into, I'm not going to go over everything, it'll take too long, but it pretty much formats the time. Now, if you're doing like PayPal or Stripe, you might not need this exact coding, but the basic idea pretty much shows you how to do it, right? That's the idea. You just want to see how to do it, and then you can build it for yourself. Or again, if you want help setting any of this up, reach out to me. Click the link down below in my bio. Schedule a free call. We can talk about all your pain points and how these automations can help you out. So again, this is only for this, if you have invoices from spreadsheets. If it's PayPal, Stripe might be a little different, but pretty much code just to format the time from the spreadsheet and then calculate it into the actual day and time from where you sent it. If it's overdue, continue going to the email. If it's not, don't do anything to it. And then it has 4 different options. It has if the invoice is greater than 28 days, 21 days, 14, and 7. I think I can actually run this to show you guys. Can I? I can't. Okay. As you can see here, yeah. So we have 4 items that are over 10 days. 1 item, output 0. Which one is that? Is that this one? I believe it's this one. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So we have more invoices that are over a month old, and then we have 4 that are over 1 week only. Hasn't gotten 2 weeks yet. Hasn't gone to 3 weeks yet. So pretty much, let's open this one up right here. Yeah. Hi Parker Thomas, hope you're well. I noticed the invoice for 1100 is now a week old. Can you take a moment to settle it? Simple. And then it'll do this for every single week. Again, you can adjust this, you can refine it to sending it every other day, every week, every month, however long you need to. And then you can again do another system where it will continuously check off. You can do like a second branch and have it check for endlessly nonstop for anyone who hasn't paid. But at that point, if it gets like 6 months, you might want to just call them, or I don't know, you might have to just handle that personally yourself. But that's enough for number 2. That's it. Okay, I gotta film this one from my phone because for some odd reason I tried downloading this from my desktop and putting it to my MacBook, but as you can see, it was some errors in the. Anyway, pretty much this system right here is a market research build. It will take all the information from whatever channel that's similar to your niche. For me, like for example, I was looking through this guy named Nick Sayer or something like that. Pretty much what it does is it get all the videos from his channel, the last 30. It'll get information about those videos, like the views, likes, all that analytics, and it will then edit all of them to a field right here. Let me see right here. There you go. So title, views, like count, the creator, video ID, all that. And then pretty much it does that for 3 different creators right now. I was just playing around with this random idea I had last night. What it will do is if the views is greater than 10,000 for the different branches, let's say Nick and the other guy, I forgot his name, but and then from there the AI agent will create my own spreadsheet of content examples that were good for them and pretty much make it for myself. super good. Again, going through every single one of these channels, doing market research, looking at it, what works, what doesn't work, for like 50 videos for each of them, takes a very long time. So this right here saves you hours, if not weeks, of research. So that's pretty much it, guys. Again, there's so many ways to really focus in on how to use AI automation to help you out. If you're a singular business owner, if you're by yourself, there's so many ways to take advantage of all these different automation tools and all that. I will have the email automation system up at least for download if you want to check that out. I should have it up in my description when I post this. If not, I'll have it up on my Instagram channel or on my website later on. Make sure to check back for that. The invoice system should also be up there. If not, then I'll add it later on. And then this YouTube automation, I'm not done with it quite yet. Kind of want to refine it a little bit more before I, give it out to people, because it's not ready just yet. It's good, it works, but I do want to go more in depth with it. If you're a small business owner with the staff size of 1 to 5 people, I highly recommend click the description, book a free demo call, and let's talk about the main pain points that you're going through and how an automation system can help you out. But that's really it. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and that's it. Appreciate you.